We clear Costa Rican Customs before dawn at Golfito. We are in Golfo Dolce, Sweet Gulf, so named because of the many rivers that empty into it. We have 2 more stops today in Golfo Dolce. We anchor off what appears to be, at first glance, virgin rainforest. We're in for a pleasant surprise. We're at Casa Orquideas, House of Orchids. Ron and Trudy McAllister moved here from the States almost 30 years ago. Over the years, they've established a small but impressive botanical garden. As the name implies, they have beautiful orchids. And a wide variety of other tropical flowering plants. Where there are plants, there are pollinators, butterflies, birds, and bats. This bat likes to roost during the day on the underside of palm fronds and other large leaves, hence the name. This is the most common bat in the Central American rainforest. Fico, our naturalist, demonstrates annatto. Indigenous people used it for body paint and insect repellent. Today it colors cheddar cheese. It's been a really great morning at Ron and Trudy's tropical paradise. It's back to the Sea Lion for lunch and a short trip north to Rio Esquinas. A rain squall soaks the first group to go up Rio Esquinas. We pass the very wet returning kayakers as we head for the river. We move through a labyrinth of narrow passages. Rio Esquinas, or Corner River, is appropriately named since it's in the northeast corner of Golfo Dolce. It's a brackish estuary with black mangrove, the predominant plant. The first group reported birds and snakes, so we're on the lookout. We find the snakes, tree boas, in bushes hanging over the water. A new day brings new adventures. Today we're exploring the Osa Peninsula. Our first stop is the Calitas Nature Reserve. Here's the unofficial greeter who welcomes everyone to the beach. Some of the group go horseback riding to a waterfall. We opt for the forest trail. Fico explains the symbology of the passion flower's name. I'm a little short on sleep, but there are pictures out there to capture. We find all kinds of interesting and unusual plants. We stop at the pavilion for refreshments and then admire the big trees. Then we explore the beach. Back to the Sea Lion for a short trip to Corcovado National Park. There are no roads into Corcovado. Access is by water or by trail. We anchor off Playa San Pedrillo, a particularly beautiful part of the park. The landing was a little wetter than usual, but we're off to explore the park. We'll follow the Rio Pargo Trail. The king vulture is impressive. About 30 inches in length with a wingspan of over 6 feet. The tides come in since we arrived. Fording the stream is an adventure, and getting in the Zodiacs is definitely a wet experience. We leave Corcovado, one of the most inaccessible parks, for one of the most accessible, Manuel Antonio. We're going to Cathedral Point. From the headland, you get a nice view back to the beach and to the small offshore islands. The massive trees hold up the ceiling in this cathedral. Manuel Antonio National Park is famous for sloths. Both two-toed and three-toed sloths are common, but you have to look hard for them. The po-two is hard to see also, looking like the part of the branch it's on. Basilisk looks well camouflaged from this side, but the side view reveals a little dinosaur. Manuel Antonio is the smallest national park, but one of the most popular because of the beautiful beaches. It's back to the Sea Lion to pack our gear and have our farewell dinner.